What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about if signing Carmelo Anthony will actually help the Rockets. So let's get into it. Alright, so let's talk about Carmelo. He's coming off his worst season. We all know that. But, he's playing with Russ. He was playing with Russ in OKC and Paul George, two All-Stars. And we all know Russell Westbrook is the most ball-dominant point guard maybe ever. That's debatable. Top 5 probably? Who knows? But definitely in today's game, the most ball-dominant point guard, okay? He's always having the ball. I mean, and Carmelo is an isolation player, you know? If you're not really isoing him, there's really not much to his game. So they really used him for spot-up threes, which he only shot 35%, which isn't that great, but it's not horrendous. But if it was just lower, it would be pretty bad. You know, like 33 is pretty bad. But 35% isn't terrible. Definitely needs to get better. So we know what happened in OKC. Terrible. It was a terrible season for Carmelo, and they just really didn't utilize him. And it was more of just like, hey, let's try this. Let's get 3 all-star caliber players, you know? Let's get Russ, Paul George, and Melo. See what happens. Didn't work out. Could've had a chance to work, and it didn't. But you gotta give it to the GM for at least trying, you know? Better to try that than to not. For what, Enes Kanter? Bruh. Enes Kanter. For Carmelo, might as well try it. Okay, so let's talk about Carmelo right now. He's on the he's on the Hawks, but he'll get cut probably tomorrow or maybe even today. He'll get cut because there's no way that they're keeping Carmelo. It just wouldn't make sense. So he's gonna get cut, and there's been many articles and reporters saying, you know, he's going to go to the Rockets. He's very heavily considering the Rockets because his good friend Chris Paul is there. And they're both part of the Banana Boat. And the Banana Boat's like Chris Paul, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo, and LeBron. And it'll be half the Banana Boat, even though Carmelo is kind of sinking at this point in his career. But it could work. And here's why. Here's why it could work. It's a whole different system, okay? The ball's moving through James Harden and Chris Paul. It's moving through both of them, and Mike D'Antoni has figured out a system to perfect both of them being on the court and both of them being able to have the ball or let one another have the ball and play through that. You know, they can both handle the ball, or they could ISO for like a few possessions if James is really needed at a point and they're in a scoring drought or something. They could just hand it to him and ISO, or pick and rolls with Clint. And we don't know if Clint's coming back, but I mean, come on, Clint, what you doing, bro? Clint's coming back. I don't know what he's doing. Clint, let's talk about Clint Capella for a second. But not much. I don't know what he's doing. He can't shoot. He can't do anything. He's gotten all his points because of Chris Paul and James Harden. You know, put them two in a pick and roll, and I could be getting like 10 points a game in the NBA. No, I'm kidding, but for real, Clint, what are you doing? Re-sign with the Rockets, bro. I know you. I mean, I respect you trying to get your money, but if they're giving you over 10 million, which was reported, I'm pretty sure that they offered him a over 10 million contract. I don't remember the number exactly, but it was over 10 million, like 15 or something. Come on, you gotta take that. You can't shoot. You're a great defensive player. Great with the pick and roll, but come on, bro. All right, let's get back to Carmelo. So Carmelo, where was I? Yes, Chris Paul and James. You know, they perfected that. And it worked. Not everyone knew it was going to work, but it actually freaking worked. And Mike D'Antoni designed this team, the Rockets, to beat Golden State. Mike, that ain't working out, bro. Y'all almost had him, but y'all choked it. Y'all choked it. Can't lie. And then Chris got hurt. Who saw that coming? Uh, but yeah, here's why it could work. Carmelo coming. They like to shoot threes, okay? And he's another piece of firepower. Yes, he had a terrible season, horrible season, but it was one season. Um, and he had the most ball dominant point guard in the NBA, and another, and another All Star. Okay, and and another All Star. And the system really wasn't great. You know, Billy Donovan didn't really have a great scheme of doing screens for Carmelo and Carmelo popping to the 3 point line or something. There wasn't much of it. Okay, so it was just an L all around in OKC. So he had to get up out of there, and he is 34, probably going on 35. But you know, he's still Carmelo Anthony. He got 16 points a game. Not bad, but he did shoot 40%, which was pretty horrendous, especially for someone like Carmelo. 40% is really bad. 1% down, it's 39, bro. That ain't looking too good. That's not looking too good, Carmelo. So I do believe he'll be able to shoot better because James and Chris are looking to get their teammates more involved than maybe anyone in the league. Maybe that's a fact. But yeah, those two. And I mean, the Rockets lost Trevor Ariza. The Phoenix Suns gave him 15 million. Who saw that coming? Uh, so if they sign Carmelo, he'll probably be the starting small forward. Uh, and it just adds more firepower. They'll probably maybe give him a few ISOs because sometimes the Rockets cannot hit a shot because they're usually going in transition and trying to get open looks, or it's James. Maybe it's either a Clint pick and roll, or James is going to the basket and trying to create something. He'll get a foul call anytime. If somebody touches him, it's a foul. So they're doing that a lot too. But it's mainly focused around trying to get 3 point opportunities. So I really think Carmelo will do pretty good in that system, especially playing with Chris and James. They both averaged Chris and James. Just off the top of my head, I don't really know their assist numbers, but I'm pretty sure they were both above 9 or at 9 assists a game. All right. So with all that being said, do we think this team can compete with the Rockets, even if they do re-sign Clint? Okay, let's say they re-sign Clint and get Carmelo. Can they compete with the Rockets? I don't know. Probably not. It's the best team in NBA history, so probably not. But there's a chance because you have Carmelo Anthony and Chris Paul and James Harden and Clint, who's a great defender and great in the pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's possible. And they got Eric Gordon on the bench, PJ Tucker coming off the bench. Great scrappy dude, scrappy defender, can hit that three. So I, the, I see a lot of Carmelo hate. And trust me, I'm there with you. Like, he's an L, bro. He can be an L. But just think about it. He fits the system. Hitting those three, he can hit threes. Maybe not the best, but I think he can improve from what he did last season. I definitely think he can improve when there's guys looking to get other people involved, such as Chris and James. Most teams don't have that. You know, OKC hardly had that. Because Russ is just so dominant with the ball. Yes, he's trying to get people involved, but it's really not a great scheme, like just what they had going on there. So getting Carmelo on a 2.5 million or 2.4 veteran minimum contract, I don't see the problem in that. So many people are saying, why would they want Carmelo Anthony? He was terrible last season, you know? And that's fair. Yes, he was terrible, but I don't understand how you could say why. You know, they just lost Trevor Ariza, you know, a great defender who went 0 for he went 0 for 15. 0 for 15, I'm pretty sure. It was it was something, at least it was like 1 for 15 or 0 for 15 in the Western Conference Finals. That's horrendous, bruh. They could have won the game if he hit like maybe 3 of those shots or 4. I don't remember, but it was terrible. So I don't understand how you could say that this could not help the Rockets, you know? So many people are like saying that it wouldn't help them at all. It's Carmelo Anthony. He got 16 points with Russ and Paul George. That ain't bad, you know? He was the third option getting 16 points in a scheme hard, you know, an isolation player getting 16 points in a scheme not utilizing him at all. It's pretty damn good. And it's Carmelo Anthony, you know, a all-star who, you know, Hall of Famer. He's going to be a Hall of Famer more than likely at the end of his career. So to say that it would not help the Rockets at all on a minimum contract, trust me, if he's getting like 10 million, I'm like, bro, what they doing? You know? Carmelo needs to chill out, you know? But that won't happen because Carmelo doesn't need to get paid. He needs to win a ring, and he I think he knows that, and he wants that, and he'll finally say, "Let's do it," you know? Because all the reports are saying the Rockets. So we're gonna watch this all unfold. Hopefully, they can get it together. You know that they have that offensive scheme of let's chuck up as many threes as we can, and Carmelo's like, "Oh, all right, I'm down with that." Chucking up the threes, I'm down with that. That's Carmelo. Okay? We know who Carmelo is. He likes to get his shots up. He fits. You can't tell me he doesn't fit it. And you got Chris distributing. He dishing them out, the assists. Bruh. That's kind of a scary team, though. If Carmelo gets it rolling, I want to see what people saying. They gonna be... Because there is so much Carmelo slander. And I mean, it fits. Like, Carmelo... Trust me, I was roasting him, bruh. In the regular season. It was terrible to watch, and it was just terrible all around. But to say he doesn't have potential to bounce back is kind of ridiculous. Like, have you not been watching the NBA? You know, have you not seen what this man has done in the NBA? So hopefully they can get it together. Hopefully this will work for the Rockets because let me say this: why wouldn't you want it to work for the Rockets? Please, I'm I hope so much that Carmelo Anthony can actually be an all-star on the Rockets. And here's why. I literally just thought of this. Like, it actually matters if he's good. Because if he's not, who do the Warriors have as competition? Who do they have as competition? Y'all better be y'all better be praying, bro, that Carmelo can be the key. Because if he's not, they just cruising. It's gonna be like a first round in the Western Conference Finals. You know, it's gonna be a first round uh matchup almost. Because Boogie's gonna be playing in the playoffs, and Boogie, you know, he's not gonna be playing till like January, maybe even February. Probably after the All-Star break is when he'll play. So who knows how he'll be, but whatever. So Carmelo, if it works, it's good. I don't know why people are so hateful towards him and hateful about that, you know? So let's just say this all does work. Let's keep it real. They ain't beating they ain't beating the Warriors. They ain't beating the Warriors. Even if Carmelo is dropping 16 a game, as he did last season. They probably ain't beating them. And that's fine. The season will just play out, you know. Hopefully LeBron can get something rolling next season because they're all set up on those 1 year deals for with that band of characters in LA. JaVale, Rondo, Lance, bruh. Goodness. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Carmelo Anthony situation. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'm out.